I also have a lot to talk about that, like a QuickBooks competitor, because one of the ideas that I had was around there's a lot of services in and around being a QuickBooks competitor that are profitable outside of just the software itself. And these are things like, for example, for that business, it's like payroll or health insurance or credit card processing. And you know what's funny is a lot of times those other ancillary services around the software are sometimes a lot more profitable than the software itself, right? Because if you think
Yeah.
about it, think about like, let's just say you're gonna build a CRM for, I don't know, dentists, or pick any industry, right? It's like if you created a CRM for dentists and maybe you use Lovable or Chris or something like that, maybe you use an outsourced dev team, maybe you use Go High Level or some other software and kind of white label, right? You build a CRM for dentists and you build everything out for that, whatever the industry is. And let's just say you built a business where I'm giving this software away completely for free. There's no charge. This is a free CRM for dentists, and I'm making it for whatever industry, and I make it the best CRM possible for that very specific niche vertical. But as part of that, you have to use my XYZ, whether that's my credit card processing service or my payroll, my
Yep.
health insurance, because a lot of times those other services make more than the $100 a month you're going to make per user
Yeah.
on the software. And so I think there's a big business there that hasn't been tapped, because as software costs to create software is coming down, it's in some way a race to the bottom. And if that is the case, how are you going to monetize that? Well, in certain areas like the CRM area or whatever, even like a QuickBooks competitor, there's other services in and around the software that you can make a lot of money on, and you can give away the software for free. I haven't really seen anyone doing this, right? I've seen, like, for example, Squire. They have, like, I think it's a CRM for barbershops. They have like all in one tool for barbershops. They raised, I think, 100 something, $150 million, or worth a billion or whatever it is. And they're building the best software they can just for one vertical, just for barbershops. If you're a barbershop, you have to have this. But the thing is, they're not even giving you it for free. They're charging for the software, but they're also getting all these other things: the credit card processing, the health insurance, the payroll, all the other stuff in around it. They're building it all in one. I think there's a big market for building these all-in-one tools and giving software away completely for free, knowing you're going to make
100%.
money on all these other areas.
Yeah. Well, let's break it down real quick. Let's say you're a dentist, and not unreasonable for a dentist to do $1 million a year top line, right? That's very conservative. Let's say it's 1.2 to keep the numbers easy. So a dentist is doing $100,000 a month. Let's just say they're pushing it all through credit cards. Okay. Let's say today that dentist is paying $300 a month for HubSpot. I mean, that could be reasonable, right? 300 a
Could
month
be.
for HubSpot. You come in there and say, hey, I've got a CRM. It's better than HubSpot. In fact, it's a CRM only for dentists. In fact, instead of it being 300 a month, it's free. Cool. Awesome. What's the catch? Well, there's no catch. I just need you to bring your credit card processing over from whoever you're with to me. What is it per month? 3%, right? Same as Stripe or anyone. But what you do is you just white label someone else's credit card processing and do what's called Interchange plus pricing, which means for the 10% of customers that use American Express, you're not going to make any money. For the 80 or to 90% of customers that use debit cards or other credit cards, you're going to make between like 0.2% and 2.5%, right? And so then if you're doing 100,000 a month in credit card transaction volume, and let's say you average 1%, you're making $1,000 a month from this client that, like, their CRM is now free. Their credit card fees didn't go up at all, but a small percentage of that is just coming to you. And so you're making 3.5 times what HubSpot was making for the same thing, but it's a win-win-win all the way around. Is that what you're saying?
100%, 100%. And then obviously you could layer on the other services, group health insurance, payroll, etc. I mean, it's also a good idea for a company that's already, like, an insurance company or a payroll company or a credit card processing company. If I'm a credit card processing company, right? Instead of just saying, okay, I'm going to go to this, walk in this restaurant, try to get their business and business. This is like a whole other section of area they haven't explored. I'm going to build a CRM for restaurants, or I'm going to build a CRM for whatever, and I'm going to give it away for free because I want their business. So yeah, I mean, look, it's a no-brainer. Like you said, if you're a dentist, if you're a chiropractor, whatever, it doesn't matter the industry, and you have someone come to you and it's, hey, this is completely free. It's going to save you XYZ a month. You have to use credit card processing, or you have to do these other services, but the pricing doesn't change there either. Or maybe in some cases you have some relationship where you can get even better pricing there. I mean, look, yeah, every single dentist that you approach isn't going to, but if a small percentage of those do, and then you're ingrained, right? They're not going to then go
Yep.
pay for a CRM after they're getting it for free. And especially if you're narrowing down to one vertical and you're serving that vertical really well. And there's probably like that's why Swire and these others are doing well because there's no one that was going after barbershop CRMs. No one. There's. I mean, there was, but there wasn't anyone doing it in a real way, putting all their time and energy into it, right? So it's interesting.
If someone's listening to this and like, okay, well, first of all, I'm not going to start a credit card processing company. We're saying you don't have to. Go Google white labeled CC processing service. I just did it. There's dozens of them, right? You can just plug into their system. They'll take a little cut. You take a little cut. And then you're thinking, well, how am I going to build a CRM? You don't even need to vibe code it. Just use high level,
Boom.
right? Just
Right.
use high level. You have a $300 to $500 a month agency account and you can have unlimited sub accounts for free. And oh, dentist is too oversaturated. Copy and paste it. Do it chiropractors, barbershops, whatever you want, right? So you don't need to build the CRM. You don't need to build the credit card processor. You can use the same service, high level, to do the outreach to find them. You could be eating your own dog food to find these customers. I love this.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's amazing.
You might not know this, but this is not my full channel. If you want to watch the full episode of the segment that you just saw, go ahead and check this out or the link in the description.